What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Vasily Lomachenko, Oleksandr Usyk, all of the Ukraine, and even Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Get this. Lomachenko reveals what Usyk must do to beat sneaky Tyson Fury. Vasily Lomachenko was weighed in with his analysis on a potential undisputed heavyweight title fight between countrymen Usyk and Fury. Although holder of 3 of the 4 belts in the division, Usyk would go into a clash with Fury as the betting underdog, and many feel that the Gypsy King's advantages in size will be too great of an obstacle for the Ukrainian to overcome. When asked about it, Usyk's friend Lomachenko had this to say. He said Usyk's physical preparation will be absolutely key if he is to topple Fury. He says, quote, "It's a very, very hard fight for Usyk. It all depends on how he is prepared physically. If he comes in physically very strong, then he will win, but it's very hard. There is a very big difference in the 2 sizes, and Tyson is very slick. We know he is very tough fighter. Like I always say, Usyk needs to stay smart and slick." Those are the words of Vasily Lomachenko. So, let me counterpunch. I see how Adam Mustiel described it. Sneaky. Now, understand these may be interpretations. They may be translations, and translations can be, slick could mean in Ukrainian the same as sneaky, So maybe he was talking in the Ukrainian dialect, okay? And he said the physical condition is very paramount. But Usyk needs to stay smart and slick. And he says Tyson is very slick, and we know he is a very tough fighter. If he said or meant slick meaning sneaky, that means he's on to something. What is he on to? The shit Tyson Fury does. Like, you have very talented fighters that are also known to be very dirty with the veteran tactics, that they're allowed to get away with things as the referee allows them to get away with it. But it's only up to the referee to allow those type things to go down, to take place. Okay, so in Oleksandr Usyk's case, he has to be wary of those sneaky things from Tyson Fury. What are those sneaky things? That's if he meant it, okay? He said very slick, or a very, very slick fighter, tough fighter, but he probably meant sneaky. That's because that's probably all the same translation when you get it back to the Ukrainian dialect, right? Sneaky, slick. Holding on, grabbing you, holding you. And I think really that, to me, that is one of the paramount things that Tyson Fury will do to win. I don't think it's boxing. I don't think that he's a good boxer, but he's also a guy that throws a lot of punches. And in fighters like that throw a lot of punches with Usyk, it gives Usyk opportunities. Okay? See, the more you throw, the more likely you are to be countered. So I don't think it's Tyson trying to open up, unless he does some rough house, quote unquote, slick tactics. How so? Rabbit punching, grabbing, holding, and hitting. Holding and hitting is a big one, especially when he's with someone that's down here. So let's say Tyson's up here where I'm at and Usyk's right here. He will more than likely, if he gets frustrated, he will use an elbow. You know what I mean? See, those type of things I don't think will be allowed, though. I think whoever will be refereeing this fight will know. And I think and I hope that Usyk's team weighs in. But I think they already know. I think they're prepared in that way that won't allow Usyk to do what he did to Stephen Cunningham or the things that he did to Deontay Wilder. And I don't mean glove fucking gate. I mean hitting and holding. I mean laying on your opponent. I mean purposely laying on that opponent, holding them and hitting them, having an advantage, taking a breather, and all that good stuff. None of that's really allowed if you do it in excess, especially if that's a part of your game plan. Let me throw 2 or 3 punches and let me grab this guy and let me do it 23 times in this round. Those type of things are not what you need to be doing to be a clean fighter. And a lot of refs won't allow you to be a dirty one. If a ref is not allowing you to be a dirty fighter, he's forcing you off your game plan. So if your game plan is only to cheat and do roughhouse tactics and slick, sneaky stuff, well, there you go. Then you have a battle on your hands, because now you got to worry about trying to readjust based on instructions that a referee is making you do, which is a good thing, and find out the way to beat this fucking guy that's going side to side, slipping, ducking, and throwing punches at me going in and out. Right? So, but the first thing, the physical condition. Yeah, he's going to have to be physically ready for Fury, because regardless of what a referee does or says or tries to implement, Fury is going to do what Fury is going to do. Because, see, you have to do it in order to be guilty of it or to be called for it, right? You know what I mean? If you're disciplined for holding and hitting, that means you had to do it enough times, or you had to do it at all to be noticeable for it to be called, as a foul or whatever. And maybe, and I'm going to leave you guys with this, maybe Oleksandr Usyk looks at Tyson Fury being very sneaky, being very tough, in comparison to another guy that he fought where he took his first L, and that was Orlando Salido. Orlando Salido was absolutely a dirty-ass fighter. Okay, and you had to be ready, and you had to know what to do, and you have to know how to deal with that type and how to approach a fight like that. So maybe Vasily is looking at it in his own situation, and learn from his experience, knowing, okay, well, hey, Tyson Fury, he's capable of doing those same type things as well. So you got to be careful, and you have to be physically strong. But he has to be physically strong because he has to be able to shove Tyson off, to get up under those fights. Because, see, this is what's going to happen. When if Tyson's not in shape like he should, he's going to start holding excessively, and he's going to start hitting, because that's the only way that he can score if he gets tired. If Usyk finds a way to make him tired, okay, he's going to try to grab Usyk or to hang on Usyk or to lean on Usyk. And Usyk's going to have to be physically strong enough to either snatch his way out or slip up under the attempted grab and hold. Tactics that Tyson Fury will try. But anyway, that's quite interesting to hear Vasily Lomachenko state that Tyson Fury is very sneaky and he must be physically fit to beat someone as sneaky as Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. Please subscribe, and you all been Counterpunch. Peace!